No bullet to stop us now. We need a bed now. We won't bow. Neither can be bought nor sold. We all defend the right. Jah children must unite. Life is worth much more than gold. We're jamming, and we're jamming in the name of the Lord. We're jamming, and we're jamming right straight from yon. Which Holy Mount Zion, Holy Mount Zion, yeah. His foundation is in the whole of mountains. Jah loveth the gates of Zion more than all the dwellings of Jacob. Glorious things have been spoken of the O city of God. I'll make mention to Rahab and Babylon, to them that know I. With the old Philistine Tyre, with Ethiopia, it shall be said that this man was born there. And the highest himself shall establish the earth. Jah Rastafari.
His fiery chant honored the holiness of Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia. Bob Marley, the third world's first international superstar, spread the music of reggae throughout the world, and with it, the revelations of his mystical Rastafarian faith. His songs were all parables, messages of faith and warning.
Say, men and people will fight you down when you see Jah light. Let me tell you, if you're not wrong, where everything is alright. So we're gonna walk through the routes of creation. We the generation through great tribulation in this exodus.
Bob's cry of Exodus was a siren anthem to all the world's down-pressed to leave the wickedness of Babylon and make the march back to the Holy Land of Ethiopia.
I think Bob Marley's message is toward universal peace, which I think is very good.
It's so positive. It's about the most positive spiritual force on this planet, as far as I'm concerned.
It's bringing a lot of people together, keeping us together, which is what we need right now.
As Bob finished off a blistering set, he carried a secret he chose not to share with the world. Bob Marley had cancer. The fiery tough gong, who as a kid conquered the slums of West Kingston and led the Wailers to worldwide glory, was now almost 35. Said to be gifted at prophecy since childhood, Bob predicted he would die at 36. Now listen to Bob's prophecies and messages, recorded in America in 1979 and stored in a vault until now.
Mr. Marley, in November 1930, almost 49 years ago to the day, Rastafari was crowned King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Haile Selassie, King of Ethiopia. In 1955, 25 years later, the Emperor set aside 500 acres of land for black peoples of the West who wished to return to the motherland. Now my question is, what importance should these facts have for black people of the world?
What important facts do these things have for black people in the world?
Yes.
First fact is that them are planning in Africa, right? Next fact is that Christ. No, the whole thing is when Christ then will return as the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of Judah. I see His Majesty as the Christ of the Bible talks about.
Bob always performed with the banner of the emperor behind him. Before Selassie was crowned emperor, he was called Ras, or Prince Tafari, hence the name of the Rastafarian faith.
The Rastafari movement started at the same time when you see His Majesty crowned King of Kings, the name Rastafari.
Yes.
That's when the Bible revealed him and the whole thing hit together.
Yes.
So that is where the Rastafari movement.
Africa, unite, 'cause we're moving right out of Babylon, and we're grooving to our Father's land. How good and how pleasant it would be before God and man to see the unification of all Rastaman. As it's been said already, let it be done. We are the children of the Rastaman. We are the children of the I am one. So, Africa, unite. Africa, unite, yeah. Unite for the benefit of all people, 'cause we're moving right out of Babylon, and we're grooving to our Father's land.
The father's land was Ethiopia, ruled by Selassie in an unbroken line of kings that stretched back 3,000 years to the time of Solomon and Sheba.
Unification of all Africans. Marcus Garvey said it, so let it be done. I know you know who you are under the sun. We are the children of the Rastaman. We are the children of the I am one. So
The foundations of Rastafarianism were established in the teachings of Marcus Garvey, the Jamaican firebrand who started the influential Back to Africa movement in the early 1900s. In Psalm 68, Garvey found a sign. Princes shall come out of Egypt. Ethiopia shall soon stretch out her hands unto God.
Yeah, Marcus Garvey. So we must look to the king, look for a king in the east. Black king. 1930, His Majesty crowned. And then I cite him because that's when Marcus Garvey always deal with Africa. So you know, it's just the truth, you know. You see, the wrong thing about it is that Christ, him come from Africa, and him always born July. You know, Christ is always a lion. Everyone will sit on the throne like King David. Have to be a lion. Judah.
July was the sign of Judah, the lion. Rastafarians believe Christ was born in July, as was Selassie, the lion of all lions.
Africa, you're my forefather upon a stone. Unite for the Africans abroad. Unite for the Africans abroad. Africa, unite. Africa, unite.
Rome fight it, you know. Rome just fight Ethiopia to set up Rome. So Rome become a symbol in everyone's imagination in a sense, instead of Ethiopia. In Addis Ababa, which part the reality, not the follow, the real thing come from before men get idea so things like this could happen. You know, that's where the root had come from.
Garvey electrified huge crowds in